Good morning and welcome to After GMS on this Monday, April 25th. I'm Tracy McCain here with meteorologist Ed Matthews and Sydney Moore. Welcome to Monday.
Well, what a beautiful weekend it was, Ed. Today it's going to feel the same, but I was just amazed. We were talking about this earlier about the food truck festival yesterday that had so many people out.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were there for the food that was there, but I have to think that they were also out there because of that beautiful weather.
I heard it was really crowded in downtown Greensboro. Everybody, little cabin fever, they wanted to get out. And certainly this weekend was an opportunity to do that. We've got one more very warm day before we get a little bit of a cool off. But it's a beautiful Monday morning. Look at this nice live view over High Point. A lot of Carolina blue sky, not a cloud around now. We may see just a few scattered clouds as we head through the afternoon. High Point was one of our cooler spots this morning. Most areas dipping into the 50s, but High Point went into the upper 40s. They're at 50 right now. But we're on our way to a very warm afternoon in the Piedmont. In recent days, we've seen highs up around 81, 82. We may tack on a few degrees today in some areas of the Piedmont, warming into the mid 80s. High pressure that was over the southeast over the weekend, weakening just a little bit and shifting offshore. That's kind of opening the door for an approaching cold front that will not impact Piedmont weather today, but later tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening it'll bring some showers to the Piedmont, maybe even a few thunderstorms. I don't see a lot of rain, but probably a good idea to go ahead and carry along the umbrella tomorrow morning. You don't have to worry about any rain today for sure. Now once that front moves on through, cooler air does work into the region. This is our surface weather map for 6 p.m. on Wednesday. The front well off the east coast, high pressure building in from the west, going to provide just some really feel good weather for Wednesday and Thursday, as you'll see on the 7-day. And here it is, 85 today, near 80 tomorrow, afternoon and evening showers in the Piedmont on Tuesday. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, behind the front, the air drier, much more comfortable and cooler with temperatures both Wednesday and Thursday right around 70. Friday will be into the mid 70s. We'll creep back into the upper 70s to near 80 by next weekend. At the moment, the weekend's looking good. We've added a small shower chance on Sunday. We'll continue to track that as we go through the week.
All right, so that will bring us to our conversation.
Absolutely.
Here.
All this warm weather may have you finding reasons to get outside more. There are some real benefits to an outdoor workout, but does it make your workout better?
Well, it is a question that we got from a Good Morning Show viewer, Sarah. Sarah said, I usually work out in the gym, but when it's this nice out, you have to get outside, right? Plus, I heard working out outside is better for you. Is that true? Is an outdoor workout better? Well, before we get to the answer, we want to know, do you prefer working out outside or inside? And which one you feel is better? While you share your responses here on our feed, let's get to health and wellness expert Lynch Hunt with your answer.
Yes, yes, and yes. Look, there are a ton of added benefits that come along with exercising outdoors. There are even studies that show an overall positive effect on one's vitality. I'm talking about making you feel more alive, increasing your energy levels and your overall sense of enthusiasm. Exercising outdoors, it also feels less strenuous than similar exercises indoors, and of course, it lowers your blood pressure and your heart rate, but so does exercising anywhere. But all this really means is now you have more places and no excuses to actually get the work done. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, do me a favor, make it a way of life.
Yeah, so I know what he's saying. Doesn't matter. Exercise, whether you're indoors or outdoors. But he also said in that yes, an outdoor workout does give you a certain amount of adrenaline and kind of you're relaxed in the elements, or maybe that you use the elements to push you even further. So I do prefer an outdoor workout just because I feel like my body works harder. I'm responding to the elements more. But I do enjoy an indoor workout too. So I mean, if I'm not going to get it in one way, I'm going to get it in the other way. Either way, I work out 7 days a week.
And I will say, jumping off of you, it doesn't really matter to me either. But I will say that I have come to find out that when I do work out outside, I get tired more more quicker, it seems like, but rather than being inside. And I don't know if it's because maybe when I do go out, the sun is out and the sun kind of drains me and gets me a little tired.
possible, yeah.
I just get a little bit more tired, and I find when I'm inside, I'm more pumped up. I hear the music or going around in the area. We talked about this earlier, the air conditioning. I don't know, I'm just able to just be in it a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, you have convinced me to do some of my exercising indoors. Most of my exercising is cardio on my bike. I would prefer to be outdoors, but you have been talking about, you know, a treadmill, air conditioning inside, and, you know, thumping to the music.
Yes.
I'm going to have to try that.
Do it. When you do, let me know.
I think overall, I prefer outdoors.
Yeah. So, you know, I like outdoors too, like especially when you're jogging, because I feel like on the treadmill, you're kind of just, you know, humdrumming along, you know,
and you
trying
don't
to make
see
it
any
work.
different scenery.
Right.
You kind of see the same thing.
Exactly.
I get off on seeing scenery when I'm riding my bike. That keeps me going.
Y'all know I got to back up my indoor workouts. Now, sometimes in some places, there are some
Ooh, you got that
treadmills.
finger going.
I know, right? There are some treadmills that
finger's
have
wagging.
a screen where you can do a virtual
Definitely.
experience
Well, now,
and
you
kind
see,
of
that's
see.
cool. You
Not the
bring up-
most ideal. But
You bring up very good points.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd rather still see like actual people who are like, or maybe have someone who's jogging with me that we can talk to and, you know, kind of, you know, move along the same way. Plus, I love that you're not like really timing yourself. You start your timer and you don't look at your watch ever again. You know, whereas when you're on a treadmill, you're constantly looking like, is 10 minutes up? Is 20 minutes up? But like when you're out, you're kind of just being distracted by what's happening and making sure you're being safe and no one's hitting you. So you're not like, you know, every 2 seconds looking to see what time it is. And then before you know it, it's done.
Yeah, as far as having that scenic view, I enjoy, you know, biking through neighborhoods and looking at the beautiful yards and the flowers. And I ride through downtown. You know, there's so much construction going on in downtown Greensboro. I have to ride by these areas to see how they're progressing.
Yeah.
So I think that really kind of takes my mind. I do not like to look at my watch because the more you look at your watch, I try to do about a 2.5 to 3 hour bike ride.
What?
And but it's not strenuous. I'm not climbing a mountain. I'm just out having fun, getting exercise. And I think one thing that prevents me from looking at my watch is just looking at the beautiful landscape around Greensboro.
That is 2.5 hours.
Dedication.
My legs are toast.
Now, how many times do you do that a week?
I try to do it about 3 times a week.
That's
3 to 4
awesome.
times. Yeah.
That's like a part-time job. That's 9 hours.
That I don't get. Well, I do get paid for it. Good help.
Right.
And you know what? When I go in the supermarket and I go through the checkout, and you know, I don't do the self-checkout stuff because I got to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I go through and say, "Ed, you look like you've lost some weight." And I said, "Oh yes,
It's
have."
3 hours on the bike.
3 hours on the bike, and it pumps me up to do it even more.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it, I have to say. All right, well, Joanne says, outside with all the pollen. I think she meant pollen.
Yeah, the pollen.
The pollen will definitely get you. I got you on that. Let's see here. Yeah, she corrected and said pollen. I'm sorry. Bobby said, I love to work out outdoors unless it's in the upper 90s. And I agree. You know, that kind of becomes, you know, unbearable. And, you know, that's just too hot to work out. Yeah, I think so. But.
Yeah, my cutoff point for bike riding is 90, but I don't like to ride in the afternoon when it's so hard. On my days off, I get up just before sunrise, get ready to go. Biking early in the morning or late in the evening, I prefer morning, is just a great experience, very relaxing.
Tammy said she doesn't mind either, as long as 12-ounce curls are involved with a emoji of a beer. So she's thinking.
There you go. Yeah, building those muscles there. Yeah.
I see.
You are funny, Tammy. I like that.
LeVar says, I like to jog through the woods.
Gosh,
ever done that before? Yeah. I'd be kind of scared. Unless it was mixed in with some well-known trail, but not just jog through the woods.
Yeah, it has to be a trail.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Never know. Maybe not.
Well, LeVar, can you clarify? Are you on a trail?
There's some great trails in,
Greensboro
in the Triad.
really
Greensboro, Guilford County, and Forsyth County all have wonderful trails to bike or to walk or to run, whatever you choose.
Yeah, absolutely. And the scenery, like as you mentioned, is just so great. Bobby said I got a place 15 minutes from my house I like to bike, ride, or run at. And he said, check out my Facebook page. I took some pictures of the place Saturday morning. So it sounds like
I'm going to do that, Bobby.
he bikes there,
check it out.
it takes pictures, and then bikes back, which is great because then you have a built-in rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
I like to just get it done and over with. But I don't do hours of workouts. So
that is some real dedication.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I thought I was like dedicated.
I want to say it's a leisure ride, and it's usually on pavement. I don't do this, biking trail up.
You're not
and
mountain
down the hill.
biking.
Yeah, I'm not
Roughing it.
I mean, I'm not roughing it. I'm just out having fun and burning calories while I'm having fun.
And I want to add
good.
too,
It's really
this
good.
kind of makes me sad to say this because growing up, my family, we used to do we used to get on the bike, and my dad would convince me, my sister, my brother, and it takes some hard convincing to get my mom out there because she's a very much so indoor person you'll ever meet. But he would get us to go out there and ride our bikes on trails. And I say it's sad because it was such a great family experience. And now we all live in different states now because we're older now. But it was such a great and fun experience
We
to
did the same.
do that with your family or
Family.
just by yourself too. But it was it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So LeVar did clarify. He said yes on a trail.
Yep.
So
Okay, I was wrong.
it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Although, usually when people are running through the woods, they're running away from someone.
That's right. That's right.
Something, some animal. Shakina said, I love to run outside. The natural scenery is so refreshing. And she and I both used to work out at the same gym facility. I'm not sure, Shakina, I haven't seen, I did see you at an event a few months ago. Regardless, he used to be like, if we were talking too much inside the gym, he said he'd open the door because it was like this big like garage kind of door.
Right.
He's like, get out and run around downtown Greensboro.
Oh.
And we're like, excuse me, sir?
Say what? Say what?
Yes. And so like we would get out there and like we would just follow the leader. And sometimes the leader would go up Elm, down Green, and around the courthouse and then back. Sometimes the leader would just go like around like the train depot. So I'd be like, let me be the leader.
Yeah.
So I can do the shortest route possible. Because if you have the wrong person leading the group, man.
Now wait a minute. If she led the group, she would end up at probably an ice cream shop, right?
Cheesecakes by Alex.
That's it. Perfect.
I would end up at Cheesecakes by Alex.
Perfect.
Yes. If you're going to be out in the city of Greensboro,
You might as well have a
running around.
destination, an end point.
I'm like, I have Apple Pay.
There you go. Quick and easy.
Exactly. So yeah, those were good times though. Oh yeah, she says she still works out at AWOL. I haven't really been in the gym, so.
Yeah.
But yes, we are still members. 6 a.m. class. Our Brian says, I have 2 bikes and they have LED lights on them. I love to ride at night. Wow. Well, that's good.
At night. Well, my grandfather, he actually kind of likes to walk around towards the evening, going into the night. So when the sun is coming down, but he'll be out there when it's dark outside. I'm like, Papa,
Yeah,
it's just very kind of concerning. But he gets out there and he just says it's therapeutic for him.
Well,
now
you
he's
gotta
not
have
walking all crazy different places. He's right by the house.
Reflective clothing
That too.
on. You got to have lots of lights and things like that because we've had some unfortunate incidents with bikes and even joggers here in the Piedmont that unfortunately we have had to report on here at News 2. So keep an eye out for the joggers and for the bikers, but also the bikers and the joggers have a responsibility. I always wear a bright white shirt. I mean, you can't miss me when I'm on my bike.
Yeah.
Well, our Brian said, I wish I could show y'all his bikes. He wants to show them to us. So if you text 336-379-5775, that will be texted to our main number, and then you can look at it and see it. So I know you can't add pictures to the feed, but that is a way that you can show us your pictures. So we are going to switch to another conversation after our morning headlines. It's all about gas prices, right? They are high right now, but we want to know about a time when they weren't high, or what's the least amount you remember paying ever. So go ahead and think about that, and we'll talk about it in just a little bit.
Perfect.
All right, right now we'll get to your morning headlines. Tomorrow, some exciting news in Greensboro. A group of Olympians will be in town. USA Swimming will be at the Greensboro Aquatic Center for the Phillips 66 International Team Trials. Olympic swimmers Katie Ledecky, Caleb Dressel, Ryan Murphy, and Lily King will all be here. They're among 40 Olympians and 70 national team members who are competing for a spot on the U.S. roster. Events run Tuesday through Saturday. The Greensboro Food Truck Festival made a comeback over the weekend. A lot of you here on our feed talking about how you went out there. 58 food trucks set up around downtown Greensboro for the first food truck festival in 2 years. The event featured food trucks offering everything from pizza and barbecue to sweet treats like ice cream.
Well, an international film festival is taking place right here in the Triad. The River Run Film Festival runs through Saturday. Tickets are still available. Our Denise McMiller is at one of the showcase venues in Winston-Salem with your preview.
Well, River Run Festival is back in person this year. Last year they had some outdoor and virtual showings, but now they are going to be inside a variety of venues throughout the Triad. We're joined by Rob Davis, the executive director of River Run. Tell us what folks can expect.
Well, you know, Denise, we had almost 1,700 films sent to us for this festival, and from that we've been able to pull together 174 films representing 33 countries from across all genres. Today we have some exciting program. Now here at Marketplace Cinemas, we have 3 dramas playing, and one of those is Montana Story, about 2 estranged siblings who return to their ranch in Montana where they grew up. And a lot of family dynamics come to the surface and come into play, but brilliant acting and beautiful cinematography. And then we have 2 documentaries tonight that are very different, but both compelling. In The Levees of Monticello, we hear about the family that owned Thomas Jefferson's home longer than he did. The Levy family bought it when it was in a state of disrepair. Many of the possessions had been sold. They brought them back. They worked to restore the home, lived there 89 years, but their work was constantly challenged by anti-Semitism movements that were going on. Fascinating documentary from a brilliant filmmaker, and as I've told other people, something I never heard on my 10th grade trip to the home. And then we have Boulevard, a Hollywood story, and that's for anyone interested in showbiz, because long before Andrew Lloyd Webber converted Sunset Boulevard into the famous and incredible musical that it became, Gloria Swanson, the star of the film, tried to do that, and this is the documentary about that process.
Okay. And talk a little bit about some of the free events and special events that you all have going on and where folks can get tickets.
Absolutely. Well, we have a couple of free family programs coming up. Friday night we'll be doing a free family screening of the original Parent Trap film, and that's at Bailey Park in Winston-Salem. And then Saturday morning we'll offer our free Saturday morning cartoons at Haynes Brands Theater, and those are also playing in our virtual theater as well, so you don't just have to watch them on Saturday morning anymore. And then we also have a number of free panels that we do. And our last panel, we had 4 this weekend, and our last one that's coming up will be on Saturday. It's called Career Sustainability in a Changing Film and Television Landscape. And we have professionals from across the state converging in Winston-Salem to talk about that important topic. And that's free at the Reynolds Place Theater on Saturday afternoon. So we have a lot of free programs left. Our big party comes up. It's the River Run Gala, and that's going to be on Saturday night at Biotech Place. And so you can get tickets to the gala and tickets to all the ticketed events and register for the free events if you'd like at riverrunfilm.com. And we also have a box office at each theater, and we'll have one at the gala where you can actually purchase tickets on site if available.
All right, perfect. Thank you for joining us. Lots of different options for folks to check out. I'm a little sad I went to catch the Jetsons, but it already showed. So to find out more, definitely go online to see what films are still showing throughout the rest of the week. They will be showing through Saturday.
All right, well, the pain at the pump is somewhat easing up. So there's some good news here. Yes, every little bit helps. Gas prices are dropping across the country and here in the Triad.
Gas Buddy's reporting a significant drop in Greensboro. That brings us to our question, what's the lowest price you remember ever paying for gas? Average gasoline prices in Greensboro have fallen nearly 3 cents per gallon in the last week, averaging $3.75 per gallon today. Now, the cheapest station in Greensboro was priced at $3.34 per gallon yesterday.
So we asked you on the Good Morning Show, what is the lowest gas price you remember ever paying? Well, Barry from Danville, Virginia said, I remember back in the early 70s, regular gasoline was 75 cents a gallon, and the gas was orange, he said, in color, not like the light yellow unleaded gas we use now. Debbie said, remember it was $1.25 and the gas cap was behind the license plate. Oh my gosh, I do remember that.
Oh, that's bringing back memories.
Yeah, wow. Now it's on the side of the car.
Yes.
Another viewer said $2.38 a gallon over a year and a half ago. Michael said, I'm old enough to remember gas for 69 cents a gallon.
Goodness.
And you remember it being 70 cents a gallon.
That's one of the great things about being older is you can remember, most of the time I can remember things from way back. I had the pleasure of working at my grandfather Matthew's General Store in Sanford, and he had a couple of gas pumps there. And this was when I was about 12, 13 years old, which would have been in the early 70s. It was my job, and that was back when they came out and pumped your gas and cleaned your windshield and checked your oil. I did all of that stuff.
That's awesome.
It was so much fun. I couldn't wait for a customer to come up. I ran out there and I was ready. I'm at your service. But at that time in the early 70s, I remember gas as low as 99 cents a gallon. Now, when I got my driver's license around 1975, 76, gas had actually gone up to near $2. Now you say, well, wow, if we had $2 gas now, that would be great. In the mid-70s, $2 gas was out of control. It was out of control. We had the oil embargo with the Middle East. I remember long, long lines of people waiting at gas stations to get gas, and usually the gas would run out before everybody got some. So we had some troubling times back then, even though it would be nice to have that $2 a gallon gas here now.
Yeah, and we've seen gas crunches happen since then. Recently, I can remember ones after hurricanes and things, that move in through towns and kind of wipe everything out, and then there are these long lines for gasoline and whatnot. But,
and what the gas line, is it the Colonial gas line?
The pipeline.
The pipeline had some problems with that, and that kind of interrupted the flow of gas.
Yeah, and that was just last year.
Yeah.
All right, so we are asking you about, what's the lowest gas price you remember ever paying? And a lot of people are responding here. Lakaya said 97 cents.
Wow.
Our Brian said 91 cents. And LeVar said 99 cents. Our Brian also said that was at Summit Avenue next to the 2 McDonald's, and I know exactly where that is, because I drive by there all the time. That was in 1994 when it was that low. So I remember paying like $1.06, anywhere to $1.10. Maybe the most I paid was like $1.25, like in the 95 to 2001 range, when I was just getting my license and then graduating from college. It didn't get really expensive till about like 2003. And all of a sudden gas was like $3 a gallon, upwards to $4 a gallon. And then we backed off of that, and then it went up again. And now we're, there again. So I'm used to paying higher gas prices, but I do miss the days that I only paid like $1.06.
Oh yeah, I wish that 99-cent gas that we had back when I was a teenager was back. But take for example, yesterday I needed to get some gas. I only got a half a tank. No way I'm going to fill up now. Here's my strategy, and maybe many of you do this.
I was talking strategy.
I don't fill up my car now because gas prices are slowly coming down. So I put just enough to get around for a few days, and there's a couple of stations here on Summit that I keep an eye on, keep an eye on their prices. So I get a half a tank, and hopefully by the time I've burned that out, you know, we've dropped a few more cents, and I can get another half a tank. It drops a little bit more. Hopefully it'll keep dropping. Fingers crossed.
Right. I mean, you think, you know, 3 cents doesn't seem like a lot.
Right.
It mounts
It
up.
does. It really does. So Harris Teeter has a awards program where, you know, the more gas you buy, the more you can save.
Christian talked about that before.
Did he?
Yep, he did
Yeah.
talk about that.
So the other day I drove up and I had earned 30 cents off a gallon of gas because I had gone there and I had accumulated so many awards points. They're like, would you like to redeem now or save it for later? I'm like, redeem.
Yeah. Try to get as much as
Yes,
you can.
exactly. Although if I had kept it, I mean, it would have eventually been 50 cents, you know,
Right.
but I was
Wow.
just like, this is just amazing. I gotta do this right now.
And to your
I'll build it
point,
back up.
it's like, well, 30 cents, 50 cents, but it adds up. It makes a
Yes.
huge difference.
Right, by 2 gallons, you've saved $1.
Yep.
You know,
Do you ladies shop around for gas prices?
not really anymore.
I don't normally do it, but if I happen to be, you know, what is it about High Point? For some reason, I always find lower gas prices in the city of High Point.
Okay.
I have no idea why. I'm not in High Point a lot, but when I am, I definitely gas up in High Point. But if I'm driving around Greensboro running errands and I happen to see a station where the gas is a few cents lower, I'll say, okay, I like that price. Let's get a little bit of gas now.
Yeah.
So I don't burn gas to save money looking around, but if I happen to see a place that is a little bit cheaper, I go ahead and get some gas.
And normally in that instance, like there might be a gas station right across from another one, and you'll see that, oh, this one's a lot more cheaper than that
Yeah,
one. And then
they-
it's
little-
easier for you. You don't have to
little
burn
price
gas 'cause it's
war.
right across the
A
street.
little
Yes.
price war
I
going
know,
on.
right?
Yeah, we like that.
Exactly.
You guys fight it out. We'll
Competition.
take you guys fight it out, and we'll just go to the station that has the lowest
Yeah,
price.
one time that happened to me, and I saw a whole bunch of cars at the one that had the most gas, and I was like, "Am I missing something over there? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go on the other side and
There
get the
you
cheaper
go.
gas."
You
There
know
you
what will
go.
also save you money on gas? If you pay by cash.
Yes.
Not credit
Yes.
card. If you have cash
Right.
and you go in and you pay for it, it's like anywhere from 10 to 12 cents less expensive
Yeah.
than if you were using
And boy,
your
that's
card.
a difference.
That will save you in a quick
Yeah.
instant.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
I got to do that more. Joanne said Sam's Club has the lowest gas prices, and I do find that they do have
I've heard
great.
that.
Yeah,
My
Sam's Club and
grandmother is
Costco.
a member at Sam's Club, and she will say the same thing. Yep, it's a lot. It's really good there.
Because
at
it's
Sam's Club.
a club price,
That's
so
right.
you're going to get the discount because you're paying for a membership. So there's the rewards points, and then there's the club memberships. I think all of that is definitely a way to save.
That's right.
Jessica Richards is saying exactly what I was going to say earlier. She said, it's always cheaper in Asheboro. I just filled my up for $3.40, but here in Greensboro, it's $3.76.
Wow.
So I was just going to say, I visited my brother who lives in Asheboro a weekend ago, and gas, I was like, I need a container. I need to fill up here because it's so much cheaper. And he made reference that, you know, the county tax rate is also better
Okay.
in Randolph County. So Guilford County might just have, I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah.
But that's what he referred to. And I'm like, you're so smart.
R. Brian responded back and said, yes, Ed, I agree about the lower gas prices in High Point. Let's just all go to High Point and get some gas.
I was just about to say, you know what? I'm
I'm
gonna
going
take
to
me a trip to
Asheboro.
High Point or
I'm going to
Asheboro, you know, and
Asheboro.
give
Hey.
me some gas
Asheboro,
and be on my way.
I mean, High Point's a great place, but I mean, like, I was over the moon.
Well, you had a reason to go. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's
And it's
great.
not far. Everybody
It's
thinks
not
Asheboro's so far.
Oh,
It's not.
no, it's just
Like
right
20
next
minutes.
door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, High Point's literally.
Next door.
But still. Let's see. Lloyd Ross said the gas station on High Point Road across from Smoky Bones always has the highest gas prices. Always, he said, in Greensboro. So we will avoid. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you for telling us. I usually, hit up the same places. Harris Teeter for the rewards or Costco. If I'm like in a pinch, I'll go to Sheets because they have that blend, the ethanol blend where you can, if your car is like a newer model car, you can, use that blend of gas without any damage to your
Yeah.
car. And it's
Okay.
always like so much cheaper than regular and definitely more affordable than the Supreme. So, but that's only when I'm in a pinch.
Yeah.
But I don't drive around and be like, oh, what's going on here? And I don't check the apps. I know that's what we recommend you do. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm just
That
like,
It's all about
Gas Buddy
convenience for
thing,
me.
Now that Gas Buddy thing that we have on our website, now that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not going to drive, to Winston-Salem to save 5 cents on gas.
I'm going up to
Unless
one
you're
right
there
across
anyway.
the street.
But that's kind of neat. I look at that Gas Buddy. That's helpful.
yeah, I'm waiting for the next church to give away some gas.
And get there, now we learn to get there early too with those.
Oh, right. Yeah, because they always, get packed pretty quickly.
Exactly. Now, Ed, with the weather, if you could give us one last look at the forecast.
I'll be happy to do that. 7-day forecast looking good today and feeling good. Temperatures warm into the mid 80s. And then we begin a little cool off. We'll build some clouds tomorrow afternoon. Afternoon showers scattered about, maybe a thunderstorm through the evening. Near 80 tomorrow behind the cold front. Very refreshing, dry and cooler air. Wednesday and Thursday are just going to really, really feel great. Highs both of those days will be up near 70. Partly sunny, mid 70s on Friday. Weekend right now looking good. We're back into the upper 70s to near 80. At the moment, we'll go with a very small shower chance on Sunday. We've got the rest of the week to track that. And of course, we're going to keep that 7-day updated for you.
Just letting Jessica know. I'll let her know the next time I'm there in Asheboro.
All right. Yeah.
Well, bring some of the gas back.
When I tell you I'm bringing a container, I mean, as long as there's no rules that you can't,
Absolutely.
I think as long as it's plastic, you're okay.
Yeah.
No glass.
Well, thank you so much for watching After GMS, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow on the Good Morning Show.
Take care, everybody.